Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. It's me, your physics teacher, Miss Sundas Jabin, and welcome you all of you in Army Public School online sport program round 2. We are working in week number 10. In this week we will continue our chapter number 5 named as gravitation, and our today's topics are artificial satellite and motion of artificial satellite. After today's lecture, you will be able to understand the concept of satellite, natural satellite, artificial satellite, and motion of artificial satellite. So we will move on towards our first point, that is satellite. What is a satellite? A satellite is an object that revolves around the planet is called a satellite. Just you have seen in the diagram that a satellite or an object is revolving around the earth. So this object will be considered as the satellite of the earth. There are two types of satellites over there: natural satellite and artificial satellite. In general words, you can say that natural satellites are God-made satellites and artificial satellites are the man-made satellites. What are natural satellites? A natural satellite is an object that orbits a planet or other body larger than itself and which is not man-made. This is the basic difference of natural and artificial satellite, that natural satellite is not man-made. For example, Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth, while artificial satellites are the man-made objects that revolve around the planet is called artificial satellites. There are so many types of artificial satellites over there, in which INSAT, IRIS, Sputnik are the common artificial satellites. Now we will move on towards our next topic, that is motion of artificial satellite. How artificial satellite move around the earth. A satellite requires centripetal force that keeps it to move around the earth. The gravitational force of attraction between the satellite and the earth provide necessary centripetal force. As you know that earth is in circular shape, and for movement around the circular shape or circular body or in a circular path, there will be a centripetal force is the basic requirement to move a body in a circular orbit. That's why we can say that for motion of our artificial satellite there must be a force. That force is known as centripetal force. Consider a satellite of mass m revolving around the earth at an altitude h in an orbit of the radius r0 and the orbital velocity v0. The necessary centripetal force is given as Fc is equals to mv naught square by r0. This is the basic formula of centripetal force that you have learned in our previous chapters, chapter number 3. Now, this force is provided by the gravitational force of attraction between the earth and the satellite and is equal to the weight of the satellite. Thus, Fe equals to weight, which is equivalent to mg at certain height. That's why we consider a simple over here, that is h, mgh. By comparing both forces, we can get a relationship which is mgh equivalent to mv naught square over r naught. By cancelling out the common factor as m, the rest of the equation will be equivalent to gh equals to v naught square over r naught. We are asked to find out the motion of artificial satellite. There is a requirement of finding out the velocity or speed of our body over there. That's why we will arrange this relation for velocity, which is equals to v naught square equal gh into r naught. By taking square over there, we can get another relationship, that is v naught equals to under root gh r naught, where we can consider the value of r naught equals to r plus h by replacing the value of r naught equals to r plus h. Another relationship relevant to the velocity or motion of an artificial light is v naught equals to under root gh into r plus h. Equation 3 gives the velocity which a satellite possesses when launched in a orbit of the radius r naught, which is equivalent to r plus h around the earth. A satellite revolving very close to the earth has orbital velocity v naught, which is equivalent to 8 km per second or 29,000 km per hour over there. Now we will move on towards our basic questions relevant to the topics over there. From the exercise, it is question number 5.14, that is, what are artificial satellites? Just we have discussed before, a satellite is an object that revolves around a planet is called a satellite. The moon revolves around the earth, so moon is a natural satellite of the earth. And artificial satellites are the man-made object that scientists have sent many objects into the space. Some of these objects revolve around the earth. These objects are known as artificial satellites. These are used for communication purposes. Artificial satellites carry instruments or passengers to perform experiments in space. Communication satellite takes 24 hours to complete their one revolution around the earth. Our next question is question 5.15. How Newton's law of gravitation helps in understanding the motion of a satellite. In this question, you will write the whole topic motion of artificial satellite as an answer. Now our next question is 5.16. On what factors does the orbital speed of a satellite depend? Here we will write down the relationship that we have derived for the motion of velocity, that is v naught equivalent to under root gh into r plus h. Here gh is the gravitational acceleration at certain height, r is the radius and h is the height. Formula shows that the orbital speed of a satellite depends upon g, r and h over there. The orbital speed of a satellite depends on its altitude above the earth. The nearer the earth, the faster the required orbital velocity. Our next question is 5.17. Why communication satellites are stationed at geostationary orbit? Communication satellite and weather satellite are often given geostationary orbit so that satellite antennas that communicate with them do not have to move to track them, but can be pointed permanently at the position in the sky where they stay. A geostationary orbit is a particular type of geosynchronous orbit. Now we will solve our numerical problems relevant to today's topics, and it is from your exercise question 5.9. A polar satellite is launched at 850 km above the earth. Find its orbital speed. We will start our question by writing down their given data, then to find out, and by writing the formula we will solve it easily. So we will first write down their given data, that is height, which is equivalent to 850 km. By converting it into meter, its value will be equivalent to 0.85 into 10 raised to power 6 meter. We are asked to find out their velocity, orbital velocity v naught, and we use the formula which is equivalent to v naught equals to under root g me over r plus h. By writing down their formulas, values and the given data's values in the formula, we can find out the orbital speed of a polar satellite, that is 74431 meter per second. Our next question is 5.10. A communication satellite is launched at 42000 km above the Earth. Find its orbital speed. We will solve this numerical same as just like 5.9, but with the simple difference of the value of height. Here the height is equivalent to 42000 km. By converting kilo into meter, we will get the value of height, which is equivalent to 42 into 10 raised to power 6 meter. We are asked to find the orbital velocity v naught, and by writing down their formula, which is equals to v naught equal to under root gme over r plus h. By putting the constant values and the given data's values in the formula, we will get the value of orbital speed of that communication satellite, and its value is 2876 meter per second. That's all from my side, students. Now note down your home task and do it on your loose sheets. Thank you.